Hello, everybody. I am so sorry that it has taken so long for me to uh, give another video. Like, we all know how crazy the world is and how corrupt the politicians are. We know how corrupt the courts are. Why do we know that the courts are corrupt? Because nothing has happened with Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell. Why are the um, flight logs not made public? Why do we not get to see that? Why have no arrests been made? Like, this is ridiculous. I was also talking to a friend. Oh, it's a terrible story, but people who do minor crime or this or that, they'll get put in jail. But people who commit pedophilia or crimes against humanity, they get a slap on the wrist and then get put back out into society. What? No, that's backwards. Backwards. No. And the reason that Trump and the militaries around the globe are taking so long to come, they had two choices, honestly. They could come and save us. This is what was supposed to happen several months back. But they had two choices. Do they save the people above ground or do they save those underground? And when I mean underground, of course, the tunnels, the DUMBs, the deep underground military bases, the children that have been incubated and grown for experiments and atrocities that we can't even imagine. So the military around the globe made a choice. We, you and I, society, have a choice. Do we want to take an experimental injection or not? Do we want to take drugs or not? Do we want to hurt ourselves? It's up to us. We have the right mind. But people down below in those tunnels, they don't have a choice. So the militaries are doing this final cleanup around the globe. And this is why we are feeling that there's more earthquakes, there's fires. They are they are eradicating all of this. They are demolishing. It's just devastating. But anywho, um, it's just it's coming. But quite honestly, considering that we have lived this way our whole life, and and the militaries, like the way that they're going to make this evolution change, the world as we know it is going to flip 360. Like, okay, so my dad has a farm. Okay, I'm a farm girl. My dad told me once, if a cow gets too smart and goes around the pasture and finds a way out, he sells them. Why, Dad? Well, I don't want that cow teaching the other cows how to get out. Okay. So I said to him the other day, how come we're not allowed to go to Antarctica? Like, nobody's allowed to go to Antarctica, right? He's like, well, why would anyone want to go there? It's cold. And I said, you don't know that. That's just what they tell us. That's what they show us on TV. Television. Do you know why they don't want us to go down there? They don't want us to know the way out. You see, as humanity, we're basically a herd of cattle on a prison planet, and we don't even know it. We we are the only species that needs to pay taxes, that we have to do this, follow that. What other animal reads? They do what they want. It's instinctive. They do what they want. They are not hurting anybody. But these people in control want to manipulate us. That is there. Okay, so I've often wondered how much money is too much money. Like, when do you finally go, yeah, I'm done? That's pretty good. I'll be fine. People that have this mindset to make and make more and make more, it's a game to them. They don't want just to make the money. They want to control you. It's they want you to submit. They think it's a joke when they can make societies do things. And the banks are terrible. The banking system, they fund both sides of the war, of all wars. If it wasn't for banks, there'd be no war. Like, who sends their child to go to war, knowing that there's a good chance their child will not come home? I My children, I love them dearly. And I'm so happy that they are not coordinated, meaning my other girlfriend, her kids are very talented. They do extreme sports. They do like extreme cheerleading, extreme this, extreme that. They've also hurt themselves. They are young. They've worn neck braces, knee braces, hip braces. And for all of you that know that as we get older, those injuries come back to haunt us. So, just because you're young and you think that you're invincible, which you are because you're made out of rubber, not really, but you don't realize that it hurts and the pain will go away. But 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the road, all of a sudden, what the heck? Why is it so? Why is my neck and my knee and because these things will come back to get you. Anywho, so I was talking to my mother this morning, and she's like, "Why do you keep watching these conspiracies? Why do you?" I said, "Because I'd like to learn." For example, today, Cabbage Patch dolls, right? I can remember when I was younger, they had the Cabbage Patch. I'm like, "Oh, those are cute." Well, in the mid to late 1800s, they had all of these Cabbage Patch postcards, right? Showing children growing, fictitiously like there was children here, children there, like in these postcards in the 1800s. Like, where's the mothers? Where's, like, you start looking at all these different photos, and then they had all these children on trains, and then my mom said, "Oh yeah, they needed kids to go to different to repopulate." Why? Why did they need to send children to other areas of the world to repopulate? What happened to the population before? They don't teach us any of this in school. So, what the heck has been going on? Also, my question is, I look at the buildings today, I look at my house, I look at the exterior. It won't be here in another 100 years. It's going to fall. But yet, in the early civilizations, they built their cities, their homes, their infrastructure out of stone. Stone. It's lasted thousands of years. But the technology is no longer here? That doesn't make sense. So they can cut perfectly those pillars, you know, 60 feet high, perfectly rounded. And my dad said, "Well, that's a stonemason's job. That's his life's work." No, it's not. You don't sit there all day and make it that smooth. No, that was done. I'm not sure that had something to do with artificial intelligence or alien, whatever, something, something. Oh yeah, we had better technologies back then than we do now. Like, I'm like the world as we know it is so fake. It's so fake. We are living in a movie. Like, it's not real. It, oh, this is funny. So when I was in yoga, my instructor said to me, not to me, but to the class, that basically the world is energy. Pardon? Like, it's all vibration. Pardon? I didn't really pay attention in school. But anyway, so it's all vibration. So he said, even you, we are not real. I'm like, yeah, he's crazy. I can feel that. But if you think about it, we are energy. How do I explain this in layman terms? So I was watching a video, and they had on the speaker, they had like sand, right? They turned the music up, and the sand just went into this beautiful kaleidoscope pattern from the sound. The sound made vibration, which moved the sand particles into a perfectly harmonic, like it was in perfect shape. Like, how could you do it? It's like the crop circles. How do they happen? Where do they come from? I'm starting to question everything. I don't trust anybody. Yeah, I don't know. And then, help yourself, be good, be kind. And I say that not because Ellen DeGeneres said that, because she's not a very good person. Terrible person is what she is. But okay, so I'm not a religious person, but I believe that God is good. I believe God is good with one extra zero or one extra O, right? If it makes you feel good, you're feeling God, right? I saw these videos, right? And it talks about just our whole life, like, the miracle of birth, the miracle of, having our own thoughts. If we want to go left, if we want to go right, we have the option to have children. Like, you are godlike. You get to make decisions. Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Do you want to have a child? Well, you are godlike. If you thought of yourself as godlike, you would take better care of yourself, would you not? Sorry, I haven't had a shower today. Apologize. But yeah, no, the world is going to be good, and I am so excited because, like, all the evil and the corruption is going to be eradicated from the earth. Don't even get me going. Anybody that hurts children or animals, frickin' cut them, put salt, make their pain so miserable. Sorry, that is the nastiest thing I've had to say, but it's true. I've never taken advantage of anyone. I don't hurt anyone. If anything, I do the opposite. I try to bring out the best in you. I try to inspire you from my stories. I try to make my world good. I try to make my neighbor's life better. I try to, wherever I am, I try to be a light, right? Like, oh, can I help you? Oh, do you need help? Whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, helping one another. That's what we are, like, in goodness. Namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. Have a great day. Mwah. Ciao. How do I do this now? It's been a while.